Welcome back to a new video. I was actually able to get a video edited during the week. It took a couple days. I decided just to start putting the pieces together, and then I was able to do the commentary today. So hopefully I can continue that trend into the future weeks, get maybe like one video during the week and then most of them during the weekend, and then I'm able to stay pretty caught up with my workouts, so I'm not trying to think too far back, because I find that I'm able to recall a lot of the more important details if I'm recording the commentary more closely to when I actually did the workouts. But my goal in this workout was to do smaller jumps in the snatches with at least light weights, and just basically just do 10 kilogram jumps all the way up. With clean jerks, I ended up doing bigger jumps, but snatches were feeling pretty good on this day. Ended up being my heavy day of the week, and I was able to get up to 120 and up to 150, which I took a monster jump with clean jerks. I went from 125 to 150, so I missed the jerk on the first time. Was able to come back and make it. There's not really any reason to do that other than just kind of laziness. Sometimes it's when you're kind of tired. It's a weird feeling. Like if you still want to go heavy and you're tired, sometimes taking a big jump like that can save energy. Although often, if you take a 25 kilogram jump up to a pretty maximal clean jerk, you often miss, which I have made that before. I have made that jump before and actually made the lift, but certainly not in the good condition for that. One thing of note as well is I'm going to start phasing out these Adidas shoes. I think for the next probably 4 workouts you'll see them in. I think there might be a random workout where I don't have them in, but even though they're more comfortable than the Rombaleos, I feel like the bottoms of them feel weird on mostly squats. For the normal weightlifting movements, I don't really notice too much of a difference. I do feel like my back foot feels weird, like it just goes flat more often than it had normally, and I don't know if that's still kind of a lingering thing of my back hip being, or my hip being weak, my hip being weak, or some sort of issue. But I feel like when I have the Romaleos, my feet feel a little bit stiffer and a little bit more stable, so I'm going to go back to them and just kind of deal with them not being quite as comfortable. It's mostly like my left foot around the midfoot. It feels like it's a little tight in that area, but that's kind of, my foot feels like that sometimes with just regular shoes. So I think that's just something that I have. I don't really know what that is, but it's nothing that really limits me on anything. It's just something that I don't experience with the Adidas, and sometimes I experience with Romaleos. Not every single time, but every once in a while. I think my feet are a little wider and they're not as wide, so I think that's what it is. Because when I have shoes, like I have a pair on now that are pretty stretchy from the width side, I don't really have that issue. So I don't know. I mean, it's training, so they don't need to be super comfortable shoes, and I might just have to take off my left shoe when I'm training, just to alleviate that if it is kind of bothering me, so I'm not just standing there with a painful foot, so I don't turn into having dancer feet, I suppose. But just kind of work around it. But obviously pretty happy with this session to be able to work up to these weights, and just trying to build. My kind of main goals right now with training is to work on the timing of the snatch, not so much getting up to maximal weights, but to be able to work on timing on weights. And then for clean and jerks, really just trying to get my jerk to be back to feeling like it's in a good groove, and getting my footwork to look good. And that's one reason I went back to the Romaleos, or I'm currently doing that now. Obviously I'm like 4 workouts behind in as far as editing, so you'll still see them, the Adidas ones, for a little bit. And then for squats, just to get more volume in, to work on that top set, but then also just get more on the back down sets, and just build the legs up. Basic stuff with that. But yeah, that's it for this one. I'll talk to you on the next video, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.